This week on One Crazy Story, comedian Maddie Chimber joins us to talk about what it's like to get gonorrhea twice from the same woman.
Check it all.
Oh, they do. Well, they have to.
Well, that's the safest. That's the smartest thing
What guy would be like, I just banged a girl who had gonorrhea.
But that's all she had.
Yeah, but she wasn't everything bad.
But no, Doc, you don't understand. She was always up
At 3:30 in the morning, he goes, oh, she's just gonorrhea. If you told me 4:30, we'd do everything.
Hello and welcome to another edition of One Crazy Story. I'm your host, Nate Armbruster, and this week I talked to comedian Maddie Chimber. I met Matt literally 2 days before we recorded this. He's so much fun to hang out with. I was performing at the Toledo Funny Bone with him and his friend Drew Lynch, and we had a blast. He is a super cool guy, very funny. And here's the thing about comedy and asking comedians to do your podcast. It's kind of like, if you feel weird asking strangers to, you want to do my podcast? And I don't know, I just met the guy. I don't know if he's into that sort of thing, So anyway, I briefly, as I was leaving the comedy club late that night, it was kind of loud. There were a lot of people there, and it was just a loud bar, basically. And on my way out, I go, Matt, it was great working with you. I'll see you tomorrow. By the way, I do a podcast. It's called One Crazy Story, and the idea is, come on, talk about something crazy that's happened to you, whatever. Just super silly conversation. No real point to any of this. And before I could even finish asking him to do it, he goes, I got just a story. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. He goes, I got gonorrhea twice from the same woman. And I was like, that's it. We're recording this. Thank God. This is going to be great. It's just so funny how it kind of worked out like that. So Matt was kind enough to come on the show and talk about how he made the same dumb decision twice, and how I guess all guys are dumb. I guess that's all you can chalk it up to. It's just what an idiot. So, but it's hilarious because he's got a great sense of humor about it, and thank God he's all right. There's no he's all clean now, ladies, for those who are curious if you're hearing this, or his parents. I hope they don't ever hear this. At least I hope it's not my fault that they hear this. I don't want to be the reason that somebody in your life finds out about this. So it's always nice to meet a new pal in comedy, and also have them on the podcast. So we had a blast talking about probably what I could imagine is one of his biggest regrets, but I'm glad everything's all right. So get in touch with Maddie. You can find him online at Maddie Chimber. That's MattyChymber. Maddie Chimber. Find out where he's performing live. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, you can always follow the show on Twitter at One Crazy Story. That's the same for Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Or myself personally is Nate Comedy everywhere on the internet. Or if you want to be on the show or know someone who should be, or if you just have any thoughts you'd like to share directly with me, you can always email me at onecrazystory@gmail.com. I'd love to hear what you think of the show or anything you may have on your mind. So thank you guys so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. And now enjoy this episode with myself and comedian Maddie Chimber. Anyway, last night when I last minute asked you if you wanted to do this, that's the whole thing. It's like it can be about anything you want. I always start with like, what's the most fucked up, craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
Yep.
But sometimes it's like that might be too much, or people are like, but like that, and no,
that's comedians. The truth is the funniest,
and that's why you're perfect for this. I'm like, and all you said was I got gonorrhea from the same woman twice.
Dude,
is that what I heard last night? Like, because it was loud. It wasn't like
I shouted it like I knew you were going to ask the question. That's how quick I answered.
Dude, you did.
That's what I just tell people when they don't even ask.
I know, because it was so loud in there. I was like, he could have just said, yeah, I went out with this girl for lunch twice.
What if I was like, no, I said I have gonorrhea. You're like, what does that have to do with anything?
Where'd you go? I've gone to where?
Yeah. You come here today. You're like, I heard you got gonorrhea. I'm like, yeah, what are you talking?
Wait, I know. Like, I show up and I'm like, dude, so tell me about that time you got gonorrhea twice.
Just like I said, I rode on a gondola twice, up and down.
Yes, which is still awesome. Actually, well, it's more awesome.
I got gonorrhea on a gondola. That's the trick.
Oh my.
No, I'm just kidding.
I only get STDs when there's alliteration involved.
Yeah, exactly. I got AIDS once. Dude, it was moved to LA just
you said like 8 years ago.
Yeah, wow. August was 7 years, so 7.5 years I've been out there. Was in grad school, met a girl, through this girl actually went to my grad school, but like for undergrad, like she graduated before I was even there. We met at like a bar on a whim because of a mutual friend, a girl who worked at a comedy club. It was her friend, so I met them out.
Sure.
You know, she became my side piece. We like hooked up for a while. It wasn't like the first time. That's the thing. So this story, you know, like I didn't want to date her, but she was interested. You know, late night, hit her up. The 3 a.m. What are you doing? Text.
You up?
Yeah, just like, what's up at 4 in the morning? And she would, I don't care how late it was, she would always respond.
She'd always be up.
It was crazy.
She was always up.
And that should have been a red flag. Red flag one that
when she's always up, there's something to.
Moral of the story is,
you got to be cautious.
If you see a red flag, you need to address it.
Yes.
I'm colorblind with red flags. I overlook them. They can be very bad, and I'm like, you know, she's cool. Maybe
you can always rationalize. Like, well, she's in grad school. She's a good, smart person.
No, no.
Oh, no.
She already graduated, and I knew she was stupid as shit. Really nice. I don't want to sound like I'm just being misogynist, but
fair.
She was a dumb bitch.
Some people are just stupid. Like, I'm stupid.
I'm a confident, stupid person, which is the worst type you can be.
See, I'm self-aware stupid, so I know I am.
That's good.
But I don't pretend I'm not. You know what I mean? I do my best.
I always have an irrational fear of becoming. I have anxiety, so like losing control. But like I'm scared to be delusional. Yeah. At least you're self-aware, dumb, and I think I'm self-aware. Like, my fear is being delusional, and then being delusional means you think one thing and everyone else is like, this poor kid. He doesn't even realize.
Yeah, like everyone behind your back is like, man, does he know he's that
I'm like,
dumb?
I'm a comedian. Everyone's like, he thinks he's a comedian.
Right. Like,
it's the saddest thing on earth.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's the way I feel, where if somebody called me out for doing something stupid, I'm like, damn, you're right. I am dumb.
That's good.
I think that's the healthiest
You're not, when they tell you that, you're not like, wait, what? You're like, oh, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, like, no,
this is purpose.
Or like, I didn't know it at the time, and I'm like, well, now that you mention it, I am kind of dumb. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think, I just don't think that I'm always, but anyway.
It's better to be, you know, I'd rather know that I'm dumb than think I'm a hot shit. But anyway, sorry, back to.
That's okay. Yeah, no, I like.
This little hoe. So we met, you know, she was interested. And we would text here and there. So then, like, one night, you know, like I said, she was a side chick for a while, which was cool. We had a good little setup. Right off the bat, obviously stupid, didn't wear a condom, which got lucky, you know, for a while. She would always come over late night.
Yeah, when she was up.
When she was up. But, you know, while I was texting her, I started talking to this other girl.
Oh, no. So a side.
Yes, but I was kind of interested in this other girl. So, mind you, I'm hooking up with them at the same time. And one of the girl that I was into was a virgin, which, side story, was just awful news. When a girl was making out with you, grabbing you, and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. You're going to hate me. And I was like, why? She goes, I'm a virgin. I'm like, you're really aggressive for a virgin. I was like, what are you grabbing?
Yeah,
like,
you're too good at this to be.
Yeah, it was like,
I feel, after high school, I feel like you can't. You just, I got to go.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like unless you're both in high school.
She was really hot, and I was like, maybe. This my ego kicked in. Maybe I can be the guy. With hindsight, I'm like, oh god, I wish I didn't even try. But this is why I bring her in, because, you know, hooking up with her, you know, then there's other girl that come around here and there, and, you know, one day, when you have gonorrhea, it was gonorrhea. So like, you know, one day I wake up and I'm like, fuck, dude, like
something's wrong.
This shit is red. It's fucking
yikes.
It's looking gross.
Oh my god! How long after you'd been in this situation had this come up? the symptoms.
So the issue is, like, I was, you know, I think pretty quick. It's like within a couple days. Like, it's not like a while, but, you know, at first I didn't know who gave it to me, and I know it's a virgin, and I'm gonna say this is stupid. This is me knowing it's dumb, but for whatever reason, that girl would like. She would like grind her shit on me. That's the scientific term. The virgin would do that, and I'm like, maybe
she's done this.
She was the last person I did that with, and then like 2 days later, I got the symptoms, and I'm like, how the fuck? I go, maybe that's possible. I go, maybe she did that with a guy who.
Because you don't.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, and this is the first time this has ever happened to you?
First time.
Yeah, so you just, this is all just like you're stressing out and you're like freaking out. And you're trying to figure out how you got it. And how do you tell either woman what's going on? Or do you? Or because you should, right? Or you should at least stop.
I was like, yes, all that's just going through my head. The first thing, though, I was like, trying to figure out who it was.
Right.
more importantly, I was like, I got to get this shit figured out. You know what I'm saying? You're like,
we got to take care of yourself, but
so I remember
also figure out where it came from and where to go now. Where do we go from here?
So I went, I remember I had the symptoms for a day, and I was like, you never had it before, so I was like, okay, maybe, something happened, and it's gonna work itself out.
Yeah,
take an Advil.
You know what? Maybe I slept on it wrong.
Yeah.
Like you're just like talking.
I'm just trying to find. I think I did bump my dick into a few drawers today.
You're coming up with all these like other
irrational things. Like, I was pretty aggressive with it earlier today.
I was just a little too aggressive with.
I do have a good grip, so I don't know.
I forgot to use lotion.
I remember, I went to a party out of town that weekend, and we stayed at the house, and I remember the next morning waking up, and I was like, okay,
there's seriously a problem.
Something's wrong. Okay, so then I get back to LA, go to the doctor, get a test. Scariest week ever. He goes, yeah, that's gonorrhea. Gives me the medicine, but their first thought is, okay, we know you have that. Here's medicine, penicillin for it.
But
goes away in a couple days.
Yeah,
it's the week of waiting, which is
they kind of do a 7-point test on you. We'll just check it all.
Oh, they do. They have to.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the safest. That's the smartest thing.
What guy would be like, I just banged a girl who had gonorrhea.
But that's all she had.
Yeah, but she wasn't everything bad.
Yes, but no, Doc, you don't understand. She was always up
at 3:30 in the morning. He goes, oh, she's just gonorrhea. If you told me 4:30, we'd do everything. But
yeah. If she was asleep between the hours of 11 p.m. and 6 a.m., she probably doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So now while we're making shit up.
Yeah. So get give me the penicillin. He's like, it'll go away, blah, blah, blah. Wait a week.
Penicillin, that's all it takes?
You just take a medication.
Seriously?
It goes away.
Just penicillin?
Yep.
I'm blown away right now.
Or maybe, okay. Well, don't quote me on what it is, but it's an antibiotic of some sort.
That's fascinating.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Well,
you can
actually
lucky. You can get a shot too, but I don't know why. Hindsight, I don't know why they just didn't give me the shot. They gave me like a 10-day, 2-a-day antibiotic, and
it's like a Z-Pack. It's like,
dude, insult to injury. You can't have any dairy products and you can't drink. So my friends are like, dude, you suck the last 10 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to chill out.
Oh yeah, because your friends don't know. And
no,
you're like,
no one knows. I didn't tell
everybody.
him.
You get invited out every night. And you're like, I'm not going. How do you eat?
I can't eat yogurt.
Yeah,
this is hell,
dude. You haven't had any yogurt in the last week.
Yeah, bro. You all right?
We
have yogurt parties. I'm just always sick for them.
Hey, we're going out for pizza later.
Yeah, take the cheese off.
Yes, no cheese.
So then I have to go back for my results, which I'm like. This is before. These days, I feel like doctors just call you. This is before that.
Right.
So I go back
and a big deal.
I go in the room and I'm just like, the whole week, just panic attack. It was a week-long panic attack.
What was the drive over there like?
Dude, the whole week was just fucking terrifying. So
can't sleep.
Honestly,
you're always up,
dude. Get in there. The doctor, this little ass Asian dude, he kind of just sits there and he crosses his arms and he's like,
"Get the."
And I was like, are we good? He goes, yeah, it's just gonorrhea. And I was like, why did you hold that out?
Why would you
I was like, I feel like he did that just because he had the power.
To mess with you?
Yeah.
We'll see, because when it's good news, I guess it's kind of funny. Does he know you do comedy?
Fuck no. I don't think he looks like he never laughed ever in his life.
He just knows what you're up to.
Old Asian doctor.
Oh my God.
So, okay, we're good. In my head, I got it. I have nothing else. I got the medicine. I'm good now.
Okay, so that's good news.
In my head, I'm like, it was this bitch
Now, have you talked to either of the girls while all this is going on? Have you even tried to
No, I was more focused on myself.
Yeah,
I was
that's fair. You got to take care of your shit first. That's fair. But I just was curious if you had maybe narrowed it down. Because I did.
Because
maybe they both had it. Well, they do now.
No, because I didn't have the symptoms when the girl, and then
I see.
Hindsight, I'm like,
process of elimination.
I'm like, bro, you dry humped. How would you? But I thought the virgin gave it to me, so I'm like, get out of your bed. I just stopped talking to her for a while, completely. So dumb. Hindsight, I'm like, how the fuck did I? What was I thinking?
Oh man!
And then literally a week later,
you're driving yourself crazy because so much is going on,
dude. So 3 weeks have gone since I banged the trashy girl, because between the week of symptom and then the 2 weeks of medication, then another week just to self-reflect.
Yeah. She's
so then So then one day, get drunk again, text that girl.
I can drink again.
Yeah, she's up at 4:48 in the morning. She comes over, we hook up, and I swear to God, 2 days later, same thing.
Oh, no.
And I was like, it all just, I go, wasn't girl A, you're dumb as fuck because you didn't bang her. It was girl B that you banged, raw dog.
Oh, no,
but
man.
The shit,
and you didn't cover up after the whole first ordeal,
because I was just convinced it was
man.
And again, it's so stupid.
Yeah,
it's so
God
dumb.
Damn it. It's hilarious. Is what
it's the worst thing ever. Yeah, it's funny now.
It's awful.
I didn't tell this story for like 4 years.
Dude, I don't know if I would have the guts to talk about this.
It's the shittiest thing ever.
Oh man. So I mean, we all make bad decisions.
Disclaimer:
Whatever.
I am clean now, ladies. If I ever run into you,
and
don't.
Luckily for you, this is probably the best STD encounter to have. Right?
100.
Just
could have been worse.
A Z-Pack takes care of it.
Yeah, basically, they just take a Sudafed and they're like, just clean it with a cloth, you'll be fine.
just clean it with a cloth.
Yeah,
just take care of your
shit. Wipe it up.
So,
imagine like if I like confronted the virgin girl, be like,
no.
Listen here, virgin, you gave me an STD.
No.
How dumb that would have sounded out loud. She's like, no, I
God.
didn't, because I don't have anything.
Never had sex. Oh my God. So, wait, but can you give it to her?
But I didn't.
No, you never had sex. So
it was like 4 days. I got symptoms after, and this how you get it is because of the discharge, as they say.
Oh man.
So like and realistically, I don't think I even touched her vagina. You know what I'm saying? It was like so. I was like, you fucking retard. How do I not?
This is hilarious, man.
This is
like the thing, but the things that you just when you're looking back on it, you're like, what? It was all right in front of me,
dude. Right?
It was like.
So, anyways, I'm not done with this fucking story. Anyway,
no, yeah, please keep going because I want to know how round 2 plays out.
Well, so we hook up again, and I'm like, good to have you back, type thing. Like
back to normal.
We're fine.
Yes,
Life's good again.
I can eat dairy again.
Yogurt parties are back on. Pizza,
parties.
beer. Uncle Matt's back.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nachos.
And then I get the symptoms again, and it just like my world came down. I was like, you are the dumbest piece of shit.
You know what's the worst thing about this is that you can't talk to anybody about it. None of your friends.
It was literally bottle up.
You're dealing with this inside your own head.
I would just talk in the mirror like my reflection is my dad, and I'm like, you piece of shit. Look at you dirty dick fuck.
You're yelling at yourself and your dad in your head in your dad's voice and his cadence.
Seriously. Dude, it was.
But you don't want anybody to know about it, so this is the worst way to have to deal with something. Like I can't even talk to my friends about this.
No, I so badly wanted to call my mom and be like,
you don't need, you should know. Somebody has to know how stupid I am. I just need somebody to yell at me right now.
Dude, honestly, not being able to tell anyone is like the worst. So, symptoms again, I literally call the fucking doctor. I'm like,
did you go to the same doctor?
I sit down he comes in, he goes, what's going on? I go, same thing. He goes, what? I go, yep. I go, give me the medicine. He goes, you want to do the other test? I go, no, give me the fucking medicine. Get it. And I went back and I was like, I'm the stupidest asshole on earth.
Oh shit.
And then I completely cut her off. I didn't tell her. I go, fuck that girl. I go, she's a piece of shit. I wash I go, and then the poor virgin girl, we just never talked to her again. But
it's probably better off for both of you,
dude. Oh my God. And then it's like, but I'm like, do girls just not know they have?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know how this works.
Vaginas are gross though. So like for all they know, like they think those things like ooze and shit, all that. This is the most disgusting like sentence I'm saying. They ooze and get all goopy.
But I don't know how a woman knows when
But you get the same symptoms. It's like red, not sweat, but some swelling, red.
I feel like all genders are the same in that there's some people that just don't ever look or pay attention.
100%, they're just dumb. Dude, people are pregnant and they don't know, let alone.
I mean, and then there's like people who just keep tabs on their shit.
Dude,
I think that's just the difference. She probably just was maybe a little careless in that department. It sounds like it.
You know what the shittiest thing? We were like hooking up raw dog for a while, so it was. She was going off being. I thought, like when you do that with somebody, in my head,
it's just us two, right?
Yeah, I know. How crazy of me to think a girl comes over at 4 a.m. It's exclusive. Yeah.
I disappeared for 2 weeks. I can't imagine you waited for me.
Yeah, I'm not your Romeo,
dude.
This is fucked up.
Oh no.
But yeah, I was just like, man, you fucking bitch. It's like we're raw dogging. You'd think you would go out and have some sort of like consideration for me, like, hey, I'm raw dogging this guy. Maybe wrap it up for others. I don't know. I thought I might have won the race.
Yeah, man. I think it sounds like in that case, you should just always.
Now I fucking know, but Jesus, dude. Yeah, like, so then I completely just stopped talking to her. She to this day still tries to, like, here and there.
Yeah.
Like,
did you guys you've kept in touch, like, just like
No.
pals or whatever?
No.
Just like maybe some evening,
cut it
like
off.
maybe some before 7, like hang out, like
No. I'm
not
done.
sexual.
When you get that,
Yeah, but she doesn't even know. Like, you gotta.
Sure she does.
Don't you? You think?
no, I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. That's the thing, is like, it's funny because like you get mad at her and then it's like, well, she just clearly doesn't know
A
or
part of
doesn't
me-
care. But
I
I feel
know-
like wouldn't a normal sane person want to take care of it?
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I'd take care of it. So, but like a part of me wants to be like,
Twice.
hey, you fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
back
Hey.
in the day, unless she still has it 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, yeah,
maybe
I wouldn't go near her. If
That's-
it's 5
there
years.
one-
You don't know what.
there's
there's
no-
been a lot of evenings since.
a lot of late night for her and
a lot
other
of
dudes.
evenings.
Hindsight, I guess I should have been like, hey, you fucking piece of shit. My dick got sick because of your pussy. So
Jesus Christ. Just text her out of the blue, just some vile shit like that.
no. Going back to her trying to keep in touch with me, she tries to add me on LinkedIn all the time. I'm like,
LinkedIn.
all right, psycho.
So she's a professional.
She goes, I almost killed your dick, but doesn't mean we can't network.
Oh my god.
She's like, I have a printer company. I see you do computers. Give your computer a virus.
You got to McAfee yourself.
That's what I should message her on LinkedIn and be like, hey, you gave that. That's the only time that information's been transferred on.
Do you remember when? Yeah, remember when you were up all the time?
And you would come over late night, you fucking idiot.
And yeah,
She was definitely
there's something you should know.
Yeah, fuck STDs in general, but
Oh, yeah.
hindsight, but it's like it took me like probably like 3 years to like tell anybody, and it was like my buddy.
That's a big thing, man. There's
And
a lot
even-
of stigmas that are associated with it, and
It's just
like,
it seems trashy.
Yeah, and like I mean, like you said, like this is probably in any sort of situation like this, gonorrhea is the best to
Dude,
have.
yeah, that and like chlamydia, they go away.
Right.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, so I feel like this was just a lesson for you to be learned, like if anything, because it's like there's
100 because
no
that day, the time, like, and I've had STDs and like tests. Now every time I go to the doctor's get one, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you gotta check for that
just
shit.
you never
But
know.
waiting that week for the results to get back, I'm like, I have AIDS. I'm sure there's a little herpes somewhere there.
Yeah, you go. To the worst.
In my head, I had every single one. I was like,
you go to the worst, man.
but yeah, she, it blows my mind. She's still trying to get in touch with me. What if she was just trying to tell me? She didn't want to like just blurt
What
it
if
out.
she's just been like, she knows and she's like, I have to tell you something,
she like
but
jokes
I don't
about it.
know. But yeah, but he hasn't said anything, so maybe I should.
I guarantee it's. I wonder. I would never fucking.
What you should do is just send her on LinkedIn. Send her a link to this podcast.
Jesus Christ.
So you're talking about this with some weird comedian somewhere?
Yeah, you're
in the Midwest.
You're in Toledo, spilling the beans of my life. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, nobody knows her name. I'm not in that. I just
I'm
mean
gonna
like,
say
but,
it right now. No, I'm gonna say it.
but it's definitely there could be the chance that someone else had told her since then, and now she's just like, do I even tell him?
Well, kind of like what you just said. She's probably like, he didn't say anything. Maybe she thinks she dodged a bullet with me and then not gave it to me. Maybe like somebody else is more. And I'm always curious about that, where like I've talked to my doctor and I'm like, dude, like
Again.
my cooler. I have a new doctor now.
Did you get a new one?
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, I'm too embarrassed with this guy.
Yeah, this guy knows too much about me now. I gotta start clean
Yeah.
slate.
Yeah.
Go to a new doctor.
Just funny going in there the second time I got it. I'm like, same thing, no test. Just give me the pills. I put my foot up on a stool. Nah, I'm good, bro.
Dude, that's so funny. Just like the idea of you having to go back in and tell the same guy.
I'm telling you
did
that
this. Did you?
the
And you
visit
didn't
was
even
like-
mention like same girl, or you didn't go through the whole
I didn't
story.
want to tell him shit. I just
Yeah.
said I have the same
If
thing.
anything, I would have just said, "Hey, man, it flared up again." Like I wouldn't have said like.
No, I was like,
You
hey,
know?
I'm an idiot, and the girl that just gave it to me, yep, same. And it was incredibly embarrassing. So
Dude, I don't know. I feel like there has to be a worse. I feel like that guy's probably seen the worst. You know what I mean?
the doctor,
Yeah, you're probably just it's
I
just
guarantee
funny.
in an
You're just
alternate
a great-
universe, there was me walking in and be like, fucking with AIDS or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't know. Yeah, this thing, anything, something worse, something.
Fuck
you know what
that,
I mean?
dude. Ugh.
But
What if
anything,
what
you were
if
just
what if in the exam room right next to me it was the girl that gave it to me?
And he's like,
And he's like, funny you asked.
do you know so and so?
He's a really cool guy. You should meet him. Maybe you guys will kick it off.
Hey, you know what? I mean, there are apps for people like you.
Dude, imagine making a dating app for gonorrhea. It's something you can cure.
I think
There's a herpes one.
There's a herpes one, yeah. I mean, which I guess makes sense, right?
Dude, I thought I had herpes at one point. I swear to God. And I was like convinced. I was looking online. I go to my doctor and he's like, no, that's...
You're just looking at... You're like, now your search history is just like...
It's my ads on Facebook are just STD
just like
shit.
Just the grossest images.
Dude, once you have it once, though, it's like, one, now I know when you have it. Two, I'm like ultra aware of that because I don't want ever that shit again.
No, yeah, man. That feeling has got to be awful. Just like the stress that comes with it.
Dude, so stressful. And like you said, you couldn't tell anyone. I finally I told my buddy on his podcast.
Who was the first person? Like the first time you
talked... My
talked...
buddy who was...
the first time you talked to someone, like a friend about it, was a comedian on a podcast?
It was not... No. I told a friend who lives in L.A. with me. We were just like drinking. I go, dude... we were like... it was like a few years later, and we were just like talking about shit.
Yeah,
and I go,
you've gotten past all this. It's just now
I just
a
said
funny
it like
regret.
Now
it's just a great regret.
Yeah, but at the time... So badly did I want to be... Like, just tell somebody...
Yeah, you have to talk. You just like that's something you just have to talk about, man.
It's funny because my buddy, I told two guys actually the first time. I think I told one, but then his roommate, which he's good friends. I'm good friends with him too.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because like hindsight, years after telling them, I've gotten like I'll rag on them. They go, at least I didn't get gonorrhea twice. And you're like, God damn, you piece of shit.
See, now they know too much about you. Yeah, you gotta.
And now I'm like, I wish I didn't tell them.
Yeah, God damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. But anyways, I thought I had herpes once. It was just like my doctor's like, it's just a bump on your dick. I'm like PTSD now. Like, it's nothing. Like,
did you go to the same doctor?
No, God, no. I go back just to see him. I'm like, guess what, buddy?
Yeah, you're my special doctor.
Yeah.
You're my
well, the worst
STD.
thing with that was almost scarier because I was like, dude, it looks like it. I'm convinced, blah, blah, blah. Like, I literally had the, like, how do I tell people this? Like, how do I date again type thing? I've had, like, I would, like,
right.
There was
changing.
There was a week where I genuinely was like, I probably have it. And I was, like, taking showers, like, I'm a herpes man now.
Right,
like,
now it's just in
I'm just living my life like those people in herpes commercials, like, just trying to enjoy nature, kayaking.
It's in the back of your head and everything you do. You're just washing dishes, and you're like, man, I have herpes.
Just, like, scolding people, like... doing comedy talk referring to like AIDS or STD. I'm like, maybe don't joke about that. Like, no, I never did that. But I remember like I was like, got to get a fucking herpes dating app and then just going to the doc. That's the best feeling though, going to the doctor and I'm like, dude, what is this? He goes, that's nothing. I go, are you sure? He goes, Matt, no. And he even did blood work. He goes, you're fucking fine, dude.
Oh,
leaving the doctor with
that's the best feeling.
Dude, I literally felt like I just something amazing. I felt like they won the lottery, dude. I walked out.
You're like, man, I'm going to get lunch.
I'm gonna go raw dog. Gonorrhea.
I'm gonna go. Yeah,
I feel that good.
I'm gonna go. Hey, you up?
Yeah, I'm gonna text her. Hey, goddamn,
you up?
For this morning.
I don't have herpes.
Yeah, she's like, who is this? That's hilarious. It's crazy how many people you meet though who like have similar, not like obviously getting it twice, but like even friends like
from the same girl.
Everyone.
I mean,
got
dude,
it from
at
her.
least go to a different girl. It's for the round two.
Oh my God, man! I swear to God, I was such a fucking idiot, dude. Like, and looking back, I'm like, why you didn't use a condom is just like so. But it's always. But hindsight's 20/20, dude.
Some people just some people just need that reminder to.
You know what? It was God. I'm not even that religious, but it was God just being like, guess what, buddy?
It was Gonorrhea.
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 You name this podcast.
Yes.
It's like such an insult. It's funny, like even like my herpes little stint.
Your herpes stint.
Back in my herpes days, like I talking to friends, like how many people think they have something and you don't know, and I'm like,
well, then they never do anything about it. And they just live with that kind of stress.
Dude, I will go to the doctor.
That's stupid because you could be ruining someone else's life.
That's why.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. That's why. How and what's like even crazier to think about? It's like the guy who gave it to that girl. Like when I thought
he was probably
First symptom, I was like, I'm out of the game. Yeah. Deleted everything. I was like, I need to get this figured out. I could never
regroup.
Yeah, let me.
Let's pull it back.
Figure this shit out,
Matt. Let's pull it back.
But yeah, I was thinking about that. But like, it's funny even talking to my friends. Like, oh, dude, like, everybody's thought they had something at some point, and it's just like the shittiest feeling. But like, oh my god, it's so scary. Even now, like I don't have anything. I get tested, and I'm like, maybe something is just in there. And
you
it was
just got a regular one like once a year. You're just like just to be safe,
dude. Even when I know I don't have anything, I still do it, and
It's
I
good,
still
man.
get scared.
Yeah,
because I'm like, maybe I bumped into some herpes door.
yeah, maybe a toilet seat. I didn't cover this one up.
yeah.
Which I heard is a myth.
Really?
I don't know. I don't trust anything on the internet anymore. I'm just like, is it? All right.
What's shitty is like you can't Google any. My last 3 visits to the doctor, not all STD related, obviously, but like it was because I had something.
I love.
I need to throw that out there, okay, ladies.
Yes, he's clean.
But
Do you just like carry around those papers in your wallet when you meet a girl and you guys are about to go back to
I know,
your place? You're like, here,
it's a manuscript.
this is dated for the
See?
last 3
I got it 5 minutes ago in my car. My trunk is just a clinic.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah.
I just have that Asian doctor in my trunk. I'm like, hey, buddy, real quick, I gotta go inside.
I gotta go talk to my consultant.
Yeah, like, does this look weird? He's like, your dick smells. I'm like, is that normal?
Is that how the tests go?
Yeah. No, dude, I don't fucking know. It's not fun, but
Man, I'm glad you're all right, man. That's stressful.
I feel like a new man. It feels but yeah, wrap it up if I can give any advice.
Yes. There's one thing to be learned from
know what I'm
Manny
learning?
Chimber.
Yeah.
It is there you go. Wrap it up.
If I can recommend a condom, the ecstasy condom is so
What's
good.
different about this one?
It's funny.
different?
Yeah.
What's
well,
different?
most of them they're like it's this like thick, dude. You feel like you're fucking a pool toy. You're like, I don't feel anything. I just feel my hips moving and nothing else. Like kind of warm. Like you can't even heat doesn't even get through it. It's like, dude, how does this work? They dry, dude. The ecstasy one,
like it's a pool toy.
Yeah, you ever like fuck with a condom? You're like, I feel like your pussy's rubber, like, and I don't feel a thing. But I got this ecstasy one recently, and
what happens with it? What is it like? Is that the
Apparently
fire and ice one? The
no,
commercial?
I've
seen the
I don't need
commercial.
my dick burning. I've already dealt with that.
I do it naturally.
Yeah,
I get that natural burn.
I laughed at it like, you wish.
I'll show you burn.
They have a condom that mimics STD symptoms. For the freaks out
this
there.
one has bumps on it.
Yeah, this one makes ribbed and bumped for pleasure. No, the ecstasy
bumped
one.
for pleasure.
That's people with warts. Like, no, it's cool. It makes it feel better. The ecstasy, dude, it's great. It's like they put lube all. They do all their magic. Put lubes on it. It's thinner. It's tight around the shaft, but it gets baggier, which I think is really funny because I told the girl, I'm like, I like this one because it's like a baggier fit, and I'm imagining that's not how it's supposed to be. It's just my dick small. It's like, yeah, this one's pretty good. It's like a baggier.
What's their response when you say that?
It was just she was like looked at me like, all right.
Oh my god, dude.
Feels great though. It's baggier. You feel like you can actually nut. So this is getting off the rails.
I love it.
I guarantee if we took a poll in America who can nut using a condom, I guarantee it's like 0.1%. It's a virgin for the first time, and then any time after that, I could never do it again.
Yeah. See, man, you'll go through it. You'll go through the worst pain just to know what it's like.
See,
just to know
what
what
I
it's
do
like.
for you people. I'm doing research,
Man.
So
Well, I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you cleared things up. And for the record, Matty Chimber, ladies, is
6 foot tall, 5 foot 11 and a half, but I round up.
Yeah, round up, man.
180. He's physically fit. No
clean.
STDs.
He's clean.
I have an Asian doctor in my trunk.
He's
that tests
clean.
me
He's
before I come to your house.
He's got a trusty Asian doctor sidekick that will test him right in front of you. And he carries around papers for proof.
And I have condoms that are baggy. I have Jinko jean condoms. Remember Jinkos?
Yeah. Yeah, these are true
That's
religion.
my brand.
I got a true,
Jinko condoms. They're goth condoms.
Yes.
They're baggier and black.
Yeah, it's better than the true religion condoms.
Those are rubber things that I'm using.
Well, yes, thank you for being on the podcast, man.
This is great. We have to go
Appreciate
do
it.
a show.
Yes, we're about to go do a show right now. But
Unlike
in
you
the meantime,
degenerates living in your living room.
where can you? Do you have a website? What's going on?
I don't have a website.
Can people find you? Where can they find you on the internet? So they can look.
My
you up?
website is std.org. No, I'm
Yes,
just kidding. I'm just the poster boy.
You can't spell stud without STD, man. You remember that?
That's what I've tattooed on my bicep.
Yes. Which, ladies, if you want to see it, go to his Twitter page. What is that Twitter page?
Bicep
Twitter
bomber 448. No, I'm just kidding.
I wonder if that's an actual account.
I guarantee it's like the
gotta be.
Situation's old AOL screen name.
It's Matt the Situation right here. Oh my god,
at
dude.
Matty Chimber, Matty, and then Chimber is CHY as in yo, M as in muscles, B as in bicep, Oh,
O is in
oh my God, he's huge, and R is in ripped. So
ripped for his her
ripped,
her pleasure.
ripped for
Oh, that's
all that
fantastic.
bullshit. So yeah, I just have that's my handle. I don't have a website because I don't have
That's
anything to
fair.
post on it. So
There you go. That's all good.
this is great. Thanks for having me.